All right, good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to today's Microsoft Flight Simulator live stream. I am, and always have been, and shall be your host and pilot, Uncle B. Today, we wrap our flight along, well, not quite along, but the airports in between. We started in Chicago. We're wrapping things up here in Santa Monica for Route 66. We're going to take off from San Bernardino and land over there in Santa Monica. Should be I think it's going to be a pretty short flight. It's not very far as our trips have been. We've had a few long ones and we've had a few short trips along this entire thing. Yeah. So we'll wrap things up today for that, and then next Thursday no stream. But the following Thursday we'll start either our I think it'll be a historic flight. We'll do a flight in the Junkers 52 going from Tempelhof to Amsterdam in the 1935s era airports. So we'll sit tight. I want to give a quick thank you to Kevin Sim Corner for the follow yesterday. Yesterday after I wrapped things up, I think he followed after we did the raid and over in Struffy's stream. So thank you for the follow, Kevin. Appreciate it. I know you were live last night. I didn't get a chance to watch you. It's like everybody all goes live at the same time now, it seems. And trying to find time to say hello to everybody is a bit difficult. But yeah, definitely want to check out your streams and all that. What else? Tomorrow, back in the Junkers 52, we will go up over to Milwaukee. That one shouldn't be nearly as long as yesterday's flight. This Thursday, no flight either. That's what I meant. Next week, Tuesday and Thursday, no streams, no flights. Yeah. So this Thursday also no stream. So the schedule's in the Discord, but I'll always try to remind people. Now I do have this new little sound alerts thing. I added it after I figured out how the fart things work. Let me log into it while we've got time before we do everything. Yes, I read and understand. Okay, why can I not scroll down far enough to get this thing to... Okay, there. Okay. So we will have some fun sounds and all that. Oh. I don't use OBS Studio or anything like that. Okay, well, I'll have to sort that out later. But that'll be something we will have eventually. Good morning, Joseph. I'll try to figure that one out. How to make that all work. So yeah, Junkers 52 tomorrow. Friday, we are in the A319 Malta to Tunisia. Saturday, A321 Dallas Fort Worth to Miami International. So if you want to do some airline flying either of those days, you're more than welcome to. I will show you. We will do basically what we're going to do. We'll do it Friday and Saturday just so people can go back and look while the VODs are still there, or you can find it. It won't disappear on YouTube. We'll build the flight plan, in the map here, because neither the A319 or the A321 has. You can't do like a sim brief populated in that way. So, but we're gonna do our gates, or we'll pick a gate, we'll pick a runway for our departure. Well, it'll tell us which one, but we'll try to make sure our departure runways are lined up with live weather. So that way we will do that on both days. So, but both aircraft are, it's the flight decks are just like the stock A320. So yeah, no major changes any of them. The only thing that's different, that I don't know when it changed or why it changed, but the A3, the 19 and the 21, and I think even the 18 have this if you use the automated checklist, it will not start up the APU like it should. So you have to turn on the fuel pumps, but I'll show all that. I don't know why that changed, but apparently you got to do that first with the ground power turned on. So, but we'll get that all sorted out. So, yeah. Let's see what else is there. I think that's pretty much it. So yeah, thank you for those who stuck around for the raid yesterday to Scruffy's stream. It worked. That's the good part. So we know it works. And how to do that and all that. So it's good stuff. Appreciate everybody's support for that one. Yeah, he flew quite a while yesterday. Had a couple mishaps along the way, but that's okay. It happens. But yeah, it was nice scenery. A lot of canyon flying, gorge flying along a river, and yeah, really beautiful scenery. So he was supposed to stream today, but that's canceled. He's got to go see a dentist, apparently. So. All right, a few more minutes, we'll populate in. We'll do the start up and taxi over. My parking spot is right near our departure runway there. So we are on Southeast Asia. There you go. Verified. You got ocular proof. And let's see. Today's route. There is a VOR DME at the other end of the airfield here at the airport, right there. We can dial into that. We'll dial into that, and it's 11080. Okay. Somebody remember that number, 11080. So yeah, we'll dial into that. It's not required. It's not like anything. Like we're gonna go like a gazillion miles today, so yeah, we may just kind of snake our way here through Pomona and all that, and if we kind of follow this, I don't know how well defined it will be, but if we follow this freeway, it looks like it'll take us right to Santa Monica, almost all the way there. But that's okay. We'll get there. So yeah, matter of fact, let's just go ahead and we'll pop in. I've already got clear skies for today's flight. I think I won't have to change the time. I think it's already done it for me. We'll get the aircraft started up. Oh, good there. Now it appears from the photo, if you look at the from the world map, there's like this airport has been turned into kind of like an aircraft boneyard. It's rather weird. All right, let's just go ahead and put that in. I know this is probably not proper starting procedures and whatnot, and I apologize if you're offended by that. Let's see, I think that should be it. Oh, wait a minute. I gotta. There we go. Oops. Oh. There we go. All right, that's all set. And let's see, our navigation is going to be, what did I say, 11080? We'll do it on both just to be on the safe side. I don't think I needed to do that, but all right, there's that. Heading to the west.
Ground Cessna November 152 Uniform Bravo with Golf request taxi for takeoff west departure.
There we go. Right now, I can assure you the weather in Southern California is not sunny. Still, it's almost 4 o'clock in the morning there, and they've been getting pounded by rain. Excuse me. But we'll have some nice sunny weather to make up for it. All right. I think I'm heading. This is going to be. Let's see. I think it's going to change slightly because if we dial in, we'll have to worry about it. Well, let me just All right. I think we're all set. Wow, look at all that room back there. All right. I think we're all set. Today's flight brought to you by Firefly Airlines. If you're going to fly, you might as well fly like a firefly.
Tower Cessna November 152 Uniform Bravo. Continue for west departure.
Okay. So no autopilot in this one either. At least we have navigation radios and radios in general. It must be picking up the so we gotta change that to 254. Oop. Okay, and away we go.
Tower Cessna November 152 Uniform Bravo. Frequency change. SoCal approach 7.
There we go. Now we just need to get this thing to kind of settle down a little bit. We don't need to climb it. We don't need to go too much higher necessarily. All right, away we go. Cat says hi. Hello, Rain Souls. How are you? Morning. But remember when I first flew this plane in the sim, and it was like I was all over the place. I could not get this thing to settle down. I was 9 hours of sim flying yesterday. Nice, good stuff. You know, it's very challenging to sit in a do a sim for that long, and in order to you know, if you're just doing one long haul flight or whatever, let's see, good picture right here. There we go. Yeah, it's very difficult. Like I was, the idea of doing a long haul flight is very overwhelming, because it's like, what are you going to do for 10, 11, 12 hours, whatever. You know, it's quite a challenge. I know Scruffy was talking about, you know, especially just streaming in general. Especially if you're going to do a flight that long and stream it. Took a break in Rochester, Minnesota. The leg to Minor, North Dakota was 2 hours. Oh, wow. See, that's not 2 hours isn't bad, because that's I always think about, and you're new to the channel, so you've not heard this sort of story, whatever you want to call it, before. But when I took a radio production class, well, I can't believe it's been 4 years now. It'll be 4 years this year. But yeah, the you know, the way that the radio, my instructors, both of whom had worked in radio, one was a local DJ, and I think he still is, I don't know. But the other guy had worked in radio and television. And the way that they all explained it is that when you do things, as far as like the media, you know, like in that sort of a back, you know, setting, that must be Cappy's. Can't see a name plate, but I'm guessing that's who that is. Hello, head hit wall. That the way you do your show is you do it in small blocks so that it keeps the audience's attention. Because if you don't, then, you know, your audience is gonna, oh, that's you, okay. I thought, because normally I have another flyer, Captain Stick. He tends to come in and fly. Oh, okay. I see your nameplate now. There's the California Speedway. I do believe that is a NASCAR circuit. I think it's got an it does have a kind of like Daytona. It's got an infield part of the raceway. But anyway, but yeah, that's the difficult part is trying to. Yeah, it's fine. You're more than welcome to. Not a problem at all. So yeah, that's the difficult part is trying to do things in blocks where the audience isn't going to lose focus or whatever and suddenly decide that they're no longer uh, willing to give you the time. So um, yeah, that's yeah. You don't have to ask for permission if you see me on and you just want to fly for a while, or if you want to do the whole flight, whatever works for you, you're more than welcome to. So yeah, not a problem at all. But yeah, like we had to have we had to have our intro, our bumper break, our what do you call it? The weather break, and then we had to have a what he called or what they called like a story time kind of thing. That was required. We had to have that, and then we also had to have um, the have a and then a closeout. Sorry, but yeah, it's hard to do, uh, especially if you're flying by yourself and you're not streaming. How do you keep yourself kind of, I guess, in a way, entertained to um, to keep yourself going? You know, that is the difficult part. You know, 'cause, yeah, that can. Ooh, well, I'm getting way off course here. Ooh, and back to the left. Say, yeah, yeah, you could do that too. Like, but it's when I fly, when I've done flights off stream, just just flying just to get some hours in, or just trying different aircraft. I always try to like look around the flight deck just to see is there any other things that I'm you know uh, that I can see with the aircraft that might give me something else I can do, some other button that I've not clicked before. Hello, Mela. Uh, yeah, always welcome to fly. If you want to fly formation, you're more than welcome to. It's all good. But yeah, I just kind of glance over stuff and think about, okay, if if I was streaming, what would I be telling people at this point, or um, stuff like that. So, um, but yeah, it's difficult. Uh, it's not an easy thing to do, but but yeah, that's good that you got that knocked out. I think where Hectic Wolf is, either that's Los Angeles and our airport's just to the right of that, or they're at Santa Monica, which I don't think is the case. I think that's LAX, and our airport is above the two, just to the right of that, up the coast a bit, up the road. That's interesting.
Squawk 1715 Cessna 2 Uniform Bravo. Roger Cessna 2 Uniform Bravo.
It is correct, isn't it? Anyway, I lost my train of thought now. But yeah, you can fly. Anybody's welcome to fly along. Like I learned. 'Cause it used to be initially, I'd say, well, try to fly the same plane as me, but that's not always very realistic of me to expect that of other simmers. Um, so, um, yeah, anybody who wants to fly along, you're more than welcome to. That's why I had chicken noodle soup last night for dinner. It was another one of those chilly nights that I'm just like, yeah, soup's the best option. Keep you warm, give you a little pep in your step, whichever. Um, yeah. So yeah, fly. Whatever you see me on, you want to fly. Hop on in. So we'll be back tomorrow. Next leg of our it'll be leg 38. We'll fly across America, touring America. Go up to Milwaukee and we'll zigzag our way back down and keep going until we land in every lower 48 state and be done with that. Oh lordy, here we go. Joseph. Oh my goodness, Joseph. Better not ask Camilla what Camilla had for dinner. How about with something new, Joseph? Come on now. Be original. Be different. What? You know, Bella, one of the things, I just thought about this, right? Over the past few years since we've known each other, we're heading to Santa Monica. It's just a short little flight, head hit wall. We're This is the last leg of the Route 66 tour. Um, so yeah, we're just heading to Santa Monica. Anyway, as I was saying, you notice, Amela, that some of the other viewers, it started in Joe's stream, and I think it went to it even continued in Richard's stream for a while. What is it that people got to copy? What's wrong with what you had? What you did? You changed your name to Spatting and Speeding or whatever, and somebody else did the same thing. Uh, yeah. What's up with that? Joseph had now this is I'm going to tell you, I know what Joseph had because he told us last night in Pulse's stream. Joseph had chips sandwich, What she meant to say is he had chips and a sandwich. Yeah. So it was like, yeah, exactly. What is it that Joseph, you're only person? You don't have to do everything like Amela does it, or I do it, or Pulse, or Mick, or anybody else. Be yourself. Be you. Be Joseph Adams. He had chips sandwich. That's what he put in Pulse's chat, which what he meant to say was he had chips and a sandwich. Not like crisps, but chips like french fries, and a sandwich. Hopefully the aircraft you flew into Cedar Rapids. Oh yeah, I don't fly live weather when I'm doing the Euchre's flight. Hey, Infidel Fireman, how are you? Rain, I don't use live weather when I do that flight. I usually just put the clouds on. I only do live weather typically when we do the jetliner flights. Only because it's just much easier that way for me to do. And I think the jetliner will usually handle it. If the weather's really, really bad, I'll just put like some clouds or something like that, just to have something in the. Because I mean, like I was saying the other day, this doesn't look very realistic. Certainly it's not very realistic right now because it's almost 4:30 in the morning on the West Coast. Oh, I didn't know. Yeah, yeah, I did not know about the. Ah, okay, that makes sense. Ooh, getting a little unfortunate. It's like hectic wolf just took off in 736. 737-600, I think that is. Must be a PMDG plane. Yeah. But yeah, I do. That's one of the things I check in the morning before I start the flight is check the weather. So like Friday and Saturday we'll do that. If it's really really bad or if it's going to just be kind of an ugly flight, I'll change the weather just so that we have a little bit of scenery. We can see a little bit of something. But like Friday, both flights will be over water a bit, so there's really nothing to see, you know. So yeah, we'll see how. But yeah, excuse me. Yeah, I didn't realize that had happened. But that's seems to be a lot of those so far in the winter time. Usually, it seems that's something you get like in the early summer. You know, yeah, the weather's definitely weird this year. We've had rain. We had a little bit of flurries a couple days ago here where I live in New York. It's been cold at night, but then it feels like it warms up during the day. But it's like overcast. Well, no, I thought it was overcast, but it is not. Sun's still coming up here. I think. Let me see if I can figure out where we are real quick. Airport over here. Okay, so we're past Upland. I know that. Because they said we were near Charlie, or Kilo Charlie Charlie Bravo, which is upland. Should be another airport unless you already passed it there. Okay. Just a little quick turn, slight turn to the right here. So I think we're pretty much good to go here. It's not too far up the road. It's not like Santa Monica is way up over that way. So we should be almost there pretty soon. Chat here. Which is odd because the squirrels know. Yeah. See, that's the weird thing here where I live. We have a lot of squirrels. That the weather seems to have them confused because there's like a couple squirrels that are always around looking for food. Like they think it's like it's like fall or something, and they have to get their stock their food up. Matter of fact, there was one day I was walking out the front of my apartment complex, and there was a squirrel off to the side that was burying some food right there off the little walkway to the sidewalk. And I just stood there and watched them. Just did their thing, and off it went, But it was just interesting because the squirrel took the time to cover. They dug, I don't know if it was a walnut or whatever it was, and then like took the time to camouflage it. That was the weird thing. Oh yeah. Well, see, we don't have that problem here, but they just they look for whatever they can to kind of keep to put to stock away. So whatever they can find for themselves, that's what they'll. Like if I have some bread that's not like super old, moved here 8.5 years ago. Wow. I'll put some bread out. Sometimes the birds will get it before the squirrels do. If I have some like chips that are, it's like the bottom of the bag kind of thing or whatever. Not like bottom of the bag, but. Well, yeah, we used to have a big pigeon problem here too. Oh my goodness. And I think they finally got rid of the pigeons, but the squirrels are the last thing. I'm getting a lot of, yeah. That's why I figured it would be bad weather here today if we flew with live weather, so I just figured I'd turn it off. It was hard enough flying that Ryan to Santa Monica last week. So we got to be getting close because LAX is I think like right over here. So we just got to find for the airport, and I don't see it yet. It's a little bit closer to the water. That should be LAX right there. I think our airport's like right there. So it's not like right next to the water, but it's pretty close to the. Yeah, just a quick little flight today. We'll be back tomorrow, 6:45 Eastern, 11:45 UTC/UK in Junkers 52. And let's see what else. Yeah. And no flight Thursday. No flight Thursday. I should know here the next half hour, hour-ish, about the, they're going to replace all these meters under our sinks in the apartments. But I don't know what other work is going to be done. I'm hoping it all gets done on Thursday when I don't have to, when I've got appointments and I'm not here. Let's see. Alright, let's see if you should be able to talk to Sam. There it is, Santa Monica Municipal.
Santa Monica Tower, Cessna, November 152, Uniform Bravo. It's 1 4 miles east, 5,700 feet from Sierra Canal.
Oh, crap. Oopsie daisy.
Make straight and runway 21 Cessna 2 Uniform Bravo.
Oh, way over there. Well, we were kind of heading in the right direction, but all right, there's our pattern. Hey! You got the, what do you mean the wrong airport? I was just flying the general direction. That's okay. Yeah, KSMO is our destination. Morning, Scruff. Got here just in time. We're gonna land here in Santa Monica and wrap up this multi-leg flight that started in Chicago and brought us here to Santa Monica for Route 66. Well, I have the photogram. That just looks wrong. I don't, maybe I'm just, it's, it just looks like yuck. No, Santa Monica. It's right near LAX, actually. Scruffy has a funny LAX story at the end of the Cannonball Run. Poor Scruff, streaming 22 hours straight. Little breaks in between. Well, yeah, but it sometimes the sim you'll things will be kind of very sharp and clear, and you're just like, oh, because then you can kind of go like, I know exactly where I am. Like if I fly in San Francisco, as long as things are clear, I'm like, I know exactly where in the Bay Area I am. So, but yeah, when it's all like blocky and just not well defined, it looks like yuck, and it can be anywhere. It's so sometimes it's so disheartening. Before Scruff came in to land at LAX, was going to land on the taxiway, not on the runway. Yeah, oh yeah, because it's when you're tired, you're looking at it, you're like, okay, yeah, I'm lined up. I've done it before, not that I did a 22-hour stream, but it is a lot of. It's easy to get. When it's dark and you're just like, you just want to land, kind of thing. So, yeah, it was quite the comical way to end that whole journey. But I couldn't believe you did the whole thing in one sitting. That was amazing. It was good stuff. Even I was like when I because I slept for a while and I got up to fly that last leg with you, and I wasn't fully awake, and I was like I was struggling to find the runway because it's just with all the lights. Oh, you can do whatever you feel comfortable with. It's all good. Do what you got to do. You want to zip ahead? It's all good. All right, let's get this thing on the ground and park it. But when I saw it, and I was like, I kept looking at your screen. I'm like, wait a minute, Scruffy's not on the runway. Scruffy's not on the runway. Scruffy, you're not going to land on the runway. But I was trying not to shout at the screen. Good morning, Planet Neutral. I was trying not to shout at the screen because I was like, it's still kind of early in the morning and I don't want to wake my neighbors up. You know, they'd get mad. Yes. Yeah, it's easy. I think, you know, especially when you're tired, it just all kind of blends together. And you're like, I think I'm just going to land right here. You know. So. Ooh, boy. All right. Here, because I'm going at a very steep angle here to drop altitude and ready to land here. Yeah, coming in here just at the end. We're lining up here at Santa Monica. We'll get ready to wrap things up. Actually, I'll show you, give you a preview of these 1935s era airports. I'll show you Croydon in London and also Amsterdam and Tempelhof. We'll waiting on you to. See, if your co-pilot's a Mela would probably knock you out and then go get the food. Mella's our resident food critic. Loves to talk about food. I'm telling you, Mella, I saw some pictures of it was the wings and yeah, it was DC Viper's picture from the other day in the Discord, Scruff. That looked really good. Mella loves food. Yeah, we'll do that real quick since. I'll show you guys a little preview of the those at least the 3 that I have so far. We'll get some more down the road. Our first flight will be. We'll do the Junkers 52. Oh, I forgot to download the. I got to do that. Download the Fokker F7B. Hopefully it gets an overhaul and flight model's improved and we can use that one as well. See, I had a cat when I was a kid, and it was an outdoor cat. And what she would do, my bedroom was right next to the deck that my dad built on the backside of our house, and so the cat would jump up and claw at my window right next to the deck, and then like kind of lean over and look in, looking for me, and so I'd get up and give her food. My mom said when I left for the army, that cat was just like perplexed. She would look in for me and I wasn't there. Like, didn't know where I went. Yeah, my folks, when we got her as a kitten, my folks, like, no, she's not going to be an indoor cat. We talked about declawing her so she could stay inside, but they're like, nope. Be an outdoor cat. That no, do your thing. Yeah, because this is much slower coming in, so yeah, I don't want you to stall. If you want to land ahead of me, you could have. It's all right. Yeah, we had to put her down because she got so old and she just wasn't eating much and just was, kind of lethargic, and so we just figured the humane thing to do, unfortunately, was to put her down. And I was unfortunately the one that had to take her to the place that they took care of all that. I'm pulling the scruffy. I'm looking at the chat and not focusing on landing. I got to follow my own rule to focus on the flying, and then I can get into the chat afterwards. A little bump. There we go. All right. On behalf of myself and the entire flight crew, I'd like to welcome you to Santa Monica, California. Local time is actually 4:45 in the morning. I understand, appreciate the fact. What is it? Oh, I was like, what is that over there? It's like a little forklift driving down the taxiway there. Thank you. Just absolutely buttered that landing. Nice. Yeah, we had the cat. We got her as a kitten. Somebody else we knew had the mama cat, and they couldn't take care of all the kittens, so we got her as a. Looks like we're going to go right there. Yep. There we go. Parking. finally conclude the epic Route 66 journey. Let's turn off our lights. And we can shut our engine off. There we go. All right, 43 minutes. Look at that. All right, let me just put this in real quick over on FS Hub. Won't get a lot of anything for this one, but that's okay. Not over in Firefly. I'm not talking about Parasox Airlines 152. We did KSBD at 11:55. We landed at KSMO at 12:38. I'll say that was. There we go. I'll put the picture in later. All right, so let's go take a look at the these other airports real quick, and then we'll wrap things up. And I haven't looked at Croydon yet, so we'll start there, and then we'll go to Amsterdam and then Tempelhof. So we're not going to fly. We're just going to spawn in, and I'll show you. We'll do the. I need to do the live. There we go. All right, so. Croydon should be. There's London Heathrow. Is that it? No. Excuse me. All right, I'm going to have to type in Croydon. Oops, that's not what I wanted. There it is, right there. So we're just going to spawn in at one of these spots right here. Now what they've done is, so basically they overlay what the airfield would look like, and so it does take out part of the surrounding area. So it's not going to look the same, but they done all the geographical research and put it roughly where it was in 1935. So this was before, I think this was the main airport for London before Heathrow was built, if I remember correctly. All right, so let's just go look outside here. So this is it. So they do have they have a couple old planes here. I'm not even sure what this is. Not that you can fly these, but this is just old. They just put these there. There is a Junkers 52 style with the. See, this is the kind of thing they need to have this. This is the kind of livery I'm talking about, at least with the Lufthansa name on there. So yeah, like an old 1935 building. Swiss Lufthansa or Swiss marked up Junkers 52. So there it is. There's the old. So you got the tower and the radio stuff, and yeah, some other buildings over here from the 1930s. So that's what Croydon looked like, apparently, back in the day. The only bad part is the field is not very well marked as far as your runways go. Oh, look at that. They even have the name printed on the ground. Look at that. So, yeah, trying to figure out which way to take off and all that is, I don't know. Yeah, it's hold on a second. Scroll up here. There was a question. Is this a mod? It's a mod. Red Wing. There's a developer called Red Wing that does all these. They're putting out all these like 1930s era airports. I think Tempelhof was the first one. We'll go there eventually. So this is what this looks like, and then we're gonna go over to the old what the current airport is for Amsterdam. This is going to be the old version of Amsterdam. So it's in the same location. So there's that one right there. So yeah, they're all I believe they are. They probably have there's more available on the PC if I remember correctly, Scruff. So they're just slowly making their way to the Xbox. But yeah, I think their stuff is probably available on .to. Yeah. So there's that one. There's they got one for Lyon. They got one for Bonn. They got a bunch of them. So here's the one for Amsterdam. And of course, this is where KLM was headquartered when it first started. But you got more biplane sort of stuff over here. You look at some pretty cool stuff. Another Junkers 52, which was very popular back in the 30s. Another Swiss. Another biplane over here. Again, I don't even know what this is. I'm guessing it's something real. I wonder if this was like very early KLM stuff. You got a little hangar here, another plane. Oops. Another Junkers 52. But you have, so this is like the terminal building. So yeah, look at this. You got the old KLM factory or KLM thing. So yeah, you got some planes in there in that hangar. And then there's like the passenger terminal and the tower. And they even got like some 1930s cars. Look at that. So it looks like Citroens and maybe Bugattis. Yeah, it looks like Citroen cars. Yeah. They almost look like Bugattis. So yeah, they even did it this far. All right. Take care, head hit wall. You're welcome. You're more than welcome. Anytime you see me on, just pop on in. You're more than welcome to fly along anytime. And so then then it goes over to here. So you got more like kind of like hangars, maintenance stuff, like all these old little biplanes from World War One. It looks like. Kind of scattered everywhere. And it looks like an estate building of or maybe at a hotel or something. So it looks like this is a lighting system of some kind. Huh. You're welcome. Yeah, it's really they did a good job, and so then of course it's got the name of the area spelled out, Amsterdam. So yeah, they did a really good job with this, I think. And some of the stuff goes over to here. There's another, looks like a maintenance hangar of some kind. Another plane in there. So yeah, looks really, really good. So let's go see Tempelhof. This is the last one. And so our first flight we'll do Tempelhof to Amsterdam and the Junkers 52. But it's since there's no marker for the runway, right? And the buildings, so you just have the parking spot, but the buildings don't show up until you populate in where the buildings are. So it's very difficult to kind of see where I gotta find Berlin now. Okay, there's Dresden. There's Tempelhof right there. Found it. All right. And then the last one here. Now, if you look, there is a movie called The Great Lift. It's a movie. It's all. There wasn't any real actors. It was all service members who were in this movie. It was kind of like a Department of Defense. I don't know if it was sponsored by them or what. Anyway, it's about the Berlin airlift, and they landed in Tempelhof back when Tempelhof was still the main airport for Berlin, for the Berlin airlift. But it was in the by then the runways had all been paved, or concrete runways. So so it looks even then it looked a lot different compared to what it looked like in 1935. So there's Berlin. So got the big name there. And then you have, this looks really fantastic. So you got this is the airport, look at this. So it's got like a restaurant and everything. I think there's a hotel here. So people could come right off the airplane and go right to their hotel room. You got maintenance hangars here. So there's Deutsche Lufthansa, the old name for Lufthansa, was headquartered out of here. So they got a lot of Junker 52s modeled here. And there's another building over here. I don't know if there's anything in this one. Doesn't look like it. Looks like it's abandoned kind of hangar. Boy, I get this weird jolt. New automobile. Oh, a automobile export sign. Huh, interesting. So you get the old Deutsche Lufthansa flags here. Another biplane of some kind. I don't know if that's coming to the sim or not, or if it's already there. But this looks interesting to. I'm not sure what that is. Look at this thing. Holy crap. Wow. What is that? It's nice and shiny though. That's for sure. And you got storage stuff here. And Carline Klondike. Scruff. At least you can say it in my chat. You might get in trouble if you say it say it in yours. uh, so yeah, lots of cool stuff. So yeah, we'll start here, and then we'll we'll go to Amsterdam here in a couple weeks. Um, and then, but yeah, this all eventually was paved, the runways wherever they are, and then I think the runway actually runs this way. Something like that. But yeah, if you watch that movie called The Great Lift, you'll see them come in right over these apartments and all that, these houses when they would come into land um, to bring food to Berlin. So, but yeah, really, really cool stuff. I don't know why does it keep doing this to me. So yeah, there you go. Looks like cars may be out there. Let's see if we. There is a parking lot. So yeah, more like 1930s era cars. Almost looks like a race car right there. So yeah, they did a really good job, I think. With the building. So there's Flughafen Berlin, meaning airport, Berlin Airport. So yeah, really cool stuff, I think. So there's not really a well, I guess this might be the tower. I don't know. This looks like the radio mast at least, or something, a searchlight or some kind. But I don't see like a normal airport tower. But um, maybe there was one somewhere. I don't know. But yeah, really cool stuff. So what's this doing? It's like the plane's jumping or something. Maybe because it's windy. I do have live weather, so maybe the plane's getting bumped around. But yeah, I'll show you I'll show you the list real quick through the thing. Marketplace. I have them all saved on the wish list so far. I think they're all down here towards the bottom. So they got Lyon, Braun. They also have Paris. They got Cologne. They got where I think that's where Airbus started up. Toises. So we got France, Germany, France. So and and then Geneva. Also have Geneva. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 airports still. So I think the next one I'm going to get. Matter of fact, we can get it right now. We'll get this Paris airport, which was the original. So this is where Lindbergh landed. Charles Lindbergh landed here, it looks like. Oops. So yeah, I think they've done a really good job. The only thing now, the problem is, well, not the problem, but so if I want to fly to modern day Amsterdam, for instance, I have to remove the 1935's version. Otherwise, it's not going to work. I'm not going to try to take off in a jetliner out of 1935 Amsterdam on a grass runway. I don't think it would go very well. I mean, I could probably do it, but I don't know. Anyway, um, I just don't think there'd be enough room to get the speed up. That's the only drawback. But anyway, uh, yeah, I won't do this on because then I don't want you guys to see my information. I don't want anyway. So yeah, we'll probably get Paris next. I'll do that. What we could do is we can get the Fokker downloaded real quick while we're getting ready to wrap things up. And then that way, hopefully, if it gets fixed, then we can use that one as well. We can do a flight out of Amsterdam in the old KLM liveried aircraft. So, but yeah, that's what we got. So we'll do some really. Not only are we going to fly a vintage plane, but we're going to land at vintage airports as well, which I think will be a lot of fun. It would be its own challenge. Because I even tried to find the layout of the plane or the airfield so that I can kind of have an idea of our where to line up and all that. And it's not that simple, unfortunately. If you Google any of them, it'll show pictures of aircraft, but it won't go give you like a layout of the airport at all. So you can kind of guesstimate your stuff. But so yeah, yeah, I think we'll wrap it up here. We'll let this download. So yeah, we'll be back in the Junkers 52 tomorrow. Keep going across America, making our way, zigzagging back towards the east. So we still got lots of states to visit. So yeah, and so yeah, and we'll do some jetliner stuff this weekend. So hopefully everybody, if anybody wants to join in, more than welcome to. If you want, if not, it's perfectly fine. So and then we got a big flight coming up on the 4th of February. We're gonna go from what do you call it? Heathrow to San Francisco in the 747. So that's going to be about an 11-hour flight. Probably 11 and a half. We'll see. We'll try to get there as quickly as we can. But heading east or west, I mean, we'll probably have a lot of headwind and whatnot. So, but well, this thing is taking forever to download. But I'll get that Paris one, and then we can do if the Fokker is fixed, then we can do a Amsterdam to Paris flight. Hopefully the Fokker is much better than it used to be. But I think it's one that's supposed to be getting an update soon, I think. So yeah, I think that's about it. We'll just wait for this thing to do its thing, and then we'll wrap things up. So I do greatly appreciate everybody coming in. Even if you came in a little bit late, it's all good. Happy to see everybody here. Hopefully you enjoyed today's flying and a preview of things to come. So yeah, and there we go. So hopefully everybody does enjoy their Tuesday morning, afternoon, evening, early Wednesday, possibly for some folks. somewhere in the world, it's already Wednesday. So do enjoy your Wednesday. Almost there. Boy, I didn't realize this plane had that much. Well, there's a couple different versions, I think. Yeah. So, kind of like with the Junkers 52, there's the old version and the retro version. Well, boy, this thing is taking this sweet time decompressing. So I think it's either going to be this Friday or not this Thursday or next Thursday is uh the it'll probably be next one. It'll be the aircraft and avionics update will be coming out soon. Oh, God. Boy, this thing is really taking its time. There we go. All right. Now we can wrap things up. So, anyway, thank you all once again. I greatly appreciate you being here. I will see you all tomorrow, 6:45 Eastern, 11:45 UTC/UK in the Junkers 52. Until tomorrow, peace, live long and prosper.